Let's talk about 8 signs that they are a bad friend. I think we're all in our era of we do not want to put up with other people's bullshit. So if you're not a good friend to me, get out of my life. Also, this is a steam room mix by Chill House and it smells amazing. Number 1, they talk down on you even if they say it's a joke. If they are constantly giving you digs and bashing on you, it's gonna subconsciously register in your mind, and before you know it, you're gonna start to believe it about yourself because you're surrounded by it. You want your friends to respect you and also build up your confidence, not bring you down. Number 2, someone who always talks shit about their other best friends to you. I always say that there's a difference between talking situational shit and talking actual shit. If you're super close with someone, it's so valid to bring up a situation that kind of bothered you and you're getting their opinion on it. But some people genuinely bash on their friends to their other friends, and that is just not okay. If they're just talking loads of shit about their best friends, they're damn well talking shit about you to them too. Side note realization, but a lot of people that spend their time just talking shit about other people are people that aren't that interesting, and they use talking shit to fill the silence. Number 3 is major. You leave feeling worse about yourself. Whatever energy they brought out, you left that hangout feeling worse about yourself than when you came. Friends are supposed to be an addition to your life, and they're supposed to make you happier. And if they're just bringing bad, negative energy, stop being friends with them, actually. Guys, pairing a puff with this Laura Mercier setting powder is literally life-changing. Why is it so smooth? Number 4, they only hit you up when it's convenient for them. Being busy isn't an excuse. If you want to make time, you will. Start keeping track of when they're actually hitting you up. It will actually scare you. Also, this blush combo is Nude Stinks in Pink Ice and Tarte in shade Sun Crush. So fire. Number 5, they prioritize male validation or just guys in general over you and your friendship. Literally, no, it's okay to like guys and want their attention, but don't choose that over friends that have been there for you through thick and thin. Number 6, if they invite your other friends, but not you. Let me be clear though, if they just hang out with other people, that is not fucked up at all. They're allowed to hang out with other people and they should. It's healthy. But if they're choosing to hang out with the whole squad and not inviting you, that's fucked up. Number 7, they're always trying to compete with you. These are the types of friends that are literally constantly comparing themselves to you, and it's so scary. They think that everything's a competition with you, and in reality, you're just living your life. And number 8, they cancel without reason and without much notice. It's obviously one thing if it's a one-time thing, but if they're constantly bailing on you last minute, they don't really value your friendship. Me speaking to the shitty friends, don't make a plan with somebody if you're not willing to commit. People are busy and they don't have time for this shit. If they do this, they don't have respect for your time or energy. We all need to make sure that we're protecting our energy and not letting shitty people into our lives. If you have a bad friend like this, literally get them out of your life because life is too short to be putting up with this shit. Anyways, this is the final makeup look. Love you guys. How to maintain your friendships while being in a relationship. When people get into relationships, they tend to isolate their friends and only hang out with that partner. This isn't healthy because then it cuts off your support system during your relationship. Not to mention you're losing lifelong friends. When you're in the honeymoon stage, all you want to do is hang out with your partner, stay in, have movie nights. I'm here to help you with how to deal with this. First of all, there's honestly no excuse for this just because everybody could make time if they wanted to. You just have to show a little bit of effort and it'll go such a long way. First things first, understand that you truly do need your friends, and by putting in little to no effort, those friends aren't going to stick around. Don't let it get to that point where they're texting you a whole long paragraph about how you've been a shitty friend. The amazing thing about this day and age is you have your phones. Just by calling, texting, and keeping in the loop about what's going on in your friend's life makes the biggest difference. In terms of hanging out, set aside a few times each month that is designated to those people. And if your friends are big going out people, that's okay. You're allowed to go out once in a while with your girls. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you have to give up all the fun things you used to do. And if your boyfriend has a problem with that, find a new boyfriend. Another thing you could do is make an effort to make your boyfriend and friends become friends. That way you can all hang out together, but don't get this confused with him coming to all the girls' nights, okay? No. Nothing's more annoying than a girl who brings her boyfriend to every single outing when unwanted. When When people get into relationships, they often just lose sight to how important relationships are, especially female to female relationships. Friends are not guaranteed. You actually have to continuously put in effort to make sure you maintain that friendship. Side note, if your friends all hate your boyfriend, most likely it's for a reason. They probably see something that you can't see because you have your love goggles on. Take it from a girl who's been in a 6-year-long relationship. I have managed to maintain all my best friends and I put in more than enough effort. I get it, you may be really busy, but guess what, babe? So am I. What happens if down the line your boyfriend completely decides to dump you and then you have zero support system to get you through it because you're a horrible friend? Your friends and family are the people that are always going to have your back. And this is the final makeup look. Love you guys. Let's talk about my first relationship guide. As someone who was in a very successful and long-term first relationship, I wanted to provide some of my go-to tips. So I'm going to be making this a little series on my account. Today we're starting with communication. Number 1, establish open communication from the start by being vocal about your emotions. I always say communication is literally the most important part of a relationship because it's the way two people connect and discuss their problems and their desires and their wants and their needs. The reason I say open from the start is because a lot of people have trouble opening up vocally in the beginning. And so they kind of wait for a while until they get comfortable. But it's so important to just like start off right away with open communication to set the tone for the relationship. Number 2, tough conversations are what make a relationship stronger. I'm someone that used to have a really bad anxiety. And so when it came down to tough conversations with my partner, I always got so spooked, like I couldn't even physically speak. However, the tough conversations always ended up paying off. If you want change, if you want growth, if you want any sort of progression in the relationship, that comes from having these tough, uncomfortable conversations. And the more you have them, the more you become comfortable with them. I've definitely made the mistake a few times of holding off with a conversation or not addressing things sooner, and it just ends up blowing up in your face always. And that goes right into number 3, which is don't build up anger. You always want to communicate how you feel when you feel it. Here's the thing, either way your energy is going to project onto them based on how you're feeling, so you might as well just talk about it to save you two both the time and trouble. Number 4, identify both of your communication styles. That way you guys can find the most effective ways to handle your guys' communication problems. People have different communication styles, often based on the way that they were raised. So some people are very vocal and communicative, and then other people aren't as much. Other people are great with writing things down. You just have to figure out what works best for both of you, and you can't expect that your partner has the exact same communication style as you. You guys have to work together to get there. And number 5, never give the silent treatment. It's just not beneficial to either of you guys and not productive for the communication of the relationship. I hope this helped. Stay tuned because I'm making this a whole series for first relationships. And this is the final makeup look. Mwah. Love you.